No, we're not doing a montage. I said no, we're not doing a montage. God damn it, you want me to address this? Okay. It's almost like they really wanted to do a montage, so yeah, 2,000 views. Does that not scare you? Because it absolutely astounds me, like 2,000 views. I mean, I didn't think I'd get past 10, let alone to have 2,000 views. I said to myself that I wasn't going to do like a separate video to get in 2,000 views because the next big milestone is 5,000 views. But I think every so often we kind of hit these big milestones, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. You know, we need to just take a little bit of time out and address it. So all I want to say, and I've said this many times before, thank you so much for your incredible support, dedication, you know, everyone who's subscribed, liked my content, you know, giving me thoughts and feedback and all that good stuff. You all mean the absolute world to me, and thank you so much for getting my channel 2,000 views. I didn't really want to do a montage, but we've done a little bit of a short montage. And speaking of a montage, I thought now would be kind of a great time, considering, you know, we're still in that transition of, you know, season 1 of the DJ Bagpuss Show concluded and now waiting for season 2 to start, would be to give you guys a montage of some of the best bits from season 1 of the DJ Bagpuss Show. Now there's two reasons why I did this. Firstly, because obviously if you have already seen the DJ Bagpuss Show, it's kind of a good way for you guys to kind of, you know, reflect and look back at some of the best bits and kind of relive those moments. And also for anyone out there that hasn't seen the DJ Bagpuss Show, you know, if you are watching this montage and you see something that kind of casts your eye and you'll be like, oh, I want to check that out, then I'll put the episode title on screen and then you can go and check that out and actually watch the episode in full. Because obviously, let's be fair, the DJ Bagpuss Show is like 14 hours long as a season. And lots of you guys have work, school commitments, so it's not that easy to kind of take out 14 hours of your day to kind of watch the entire season in full. But hopefully this will kind of bring more people to the series and check out season 1 so you can be part of the family when season 2 starts in the fall of 2017. I wanted to do it like as a little bit of a journey when I was schooled, but now I've just decided to do it in a random sparse order, you know, episodes here and there, not in chronological order, so it would just be the best of some random episodes. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the DJ Bagpuss Show Season 1 montage. Next one up. Are you ready?
I'm all good.
Right, hold your whiteboard off. FIFA.
It's not another one.
Well,
It might be FIFA 15.
as you probably can guess from the laughter, Chris, you didn't get that one right. It's not an old one. However, Alan and Luke both got that correct on FIFA 16. I can see why you thought that, because it does sound like a FIFA.
Why would the FIFA song sound very similar?
Yeah, that's a complete lie, to be fair. Right, so Adam's on 4 points, Luke's on 3 points, Chris is on 2 points.
Bollocks.
Right, are you ready for the next one? Okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I got the sun in my pocket and the moon in my hands. I throw it up on my stop and watch it move and dance. Sometimes I stop and play it over again. With a slow breeze blowing.
What a great tune that is.
Yeah, this is sick one.
Okay, what was up to the camera? So you're all saying FIFA 11. All be correct. Okay.
I don't know what it is.
So Luke's on 4.
I know.
Wait, who said?
He didn't. I never heard that.
Oh, that's like one of the greatest FIFA songs ever.
I played it, I just didn't care.
Okay, so Luke's on 4 points, Chris on 3 points, Adam is on 5
I
points.
thought people had them.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was like, how do I get Team of the Week players?
Favourite game of all time on the Game Boy Advance was Sonic Advance. Oh my, if you played that game, let me know in the comment section below if you've played that game. That game, honestly, was amazing. Now, all Sonic games are pretty much amazing, but this one, it had, I think, 20 levels, 10 acts, and I literally spent about 6 months completing this game. It was brilliant. You know, you would run around obstacles, you would have to defeat bosses. It was heaven. It was absolutely heaven. One of my favourite games, I think, yeah, my favourite Game Boy game of all time, and definitely in my top 5 list of favourite games of all time. I remember my best mate back in the day, we used to go around each other's houses and we'd literally be playing Sonic all day, every day. He had the massive Game Boy, and then when I got the Game Boy Micro, we used to play it every single day back in the day when I was like 5 or 6 years old. I don't play it anymore because obviously I've got new gaming equipment. I'll talk about all my gaming stuff when we get to that episode in the DJ Bagpuss Show, but I don't play it right now. But the Mega Drive, that is old. That is an old console. I never played that. I played Game Boy and then I went to PlayStation and so on and so on. But I'll talk about that in the game episode that I'm doing in the DJ Bagpuss Show later on in the series. But yeah, that is old. That is old, the Mega Drive. But yeah, the Game Boy Advance was my first ever console. I don't play games on it currently, but I had some of my favourite games on that console. So thank you very much, Jennifer, for that question. Hope you enjoy the episode and enjoying the series. Thank you very much. Great question there. The next question is sent in by Julian, and he says, oh God, he says, if Arsenal never existed, what club would you support and why? Oh, do we actually have to talk about Arsenal in this episode? Now, for anyone who is interested in football, I'm going to be doing a football episode later on in the series on the DJ Bagpuss Show, an episode that is designed for football, and I'm going to be talking all about Arsenal and all that then. Hopefully getting a guest on as well for that one, which will be really, really good. But yeah, I don't want to hear all in the comment section below that I tend to, can produce. And that man is Quentin Tarantino. He is an absolute saviour in, what he does. And bear on one moment is... Sorry, we have some company. We have some company. I am currently recording. This is Ben. We have company. So I'm currently recording for my YouTube, but hello, that's all right.
Yeah, that's a prospective student. So this is Studio 2, which has its digital desk, and as you can see, able to do little tiny projects. It's kind of like a home studio kind of environmental setup. Quite a nice little place, and it's a lovely place to do things like this podcast recording. So we should go out for that.
Thank you. See you later. Well, that's a first. Sorry about that, guys. I know we were talking about movies, and the person that was on the DJ Bagpuss Show last episode, Ben Gurney, who is my college lecturer, is showing people around who I'm guessing are going to potentially be coming on the course next week. And as I've recorded 15 minutes, I wasn't going to stop recording for that. So apologies for that. So you got a little bit of inkling. If you want to get involved with music technology, you've seen the setting. Cool, that is a first. That is an absolute first for that. But anyway, let's get back on to talking about my love for the movies and talking about Quentin Tarantino, who was my second genre that I really, really enjoy watching. Now, he is a sort of man who... He's eccentric, let me just say that. His films are very vast. Like, they are seriously extremely vast in terms of how he does his movies. I mean, they're very stylistically violent. Kind of set the tone. There's so many art styles on raging, and plus he hadn't signed anyone at that point.
Understandably as well.
Yeah, but he signs plays. He spent like 90 million, and from then on, I mean, our best football was between September and I'd say November. Always our best time. Chelsea, Ludogorets, apart from Southampton in the EFL Cup, West Ham. Beating them, even though that was in December.
The Sanchez hat-trick. Yeah.
Sanchez hat-trick was... Sanchez has been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful man. But we drew to Spurs 1-1. in the North London derby in November. We then drew to Manchester United, which was a poor game. We were very poor that day, but we left it very late, and Giroud came on to save us. But it kind of, I remember we got to December and we had Everton away and Manchester City away in the space of 5 days, and we were top of the table at this point, and it was like, if we'd got past that, going into Christmas, top of the table, then there was a sense that something really had changed. You know, it's kind of like that meme, you know, of course, mate, we're Arsenal, we're going to win the league, we're going to win the Champions League, and then you get to May and we're in trouble. We're in serious trouble. But that was a pivotal moment in the season, I think, for us.
It's been the same old for every season now for like 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, when the tough gets going, we tend to bottle it.
Yeah.
You know, when it really matters.
Well, we have to get wins, and it's also like at the same time, you know, December we have the tough games: Manchester City, Everton, Chelsea, you know, Manchester United, and we just lose. Or we get to January and we lose 3 or 4 games, and that is it.
Yeah, it's the mentality. It's come from the manager.
Yeah.
I mean, the manager put those players out. He installs the mentality in the club. He gets paid $8 million a year to install that mentality in the club.
Obviously, there's the obvious ones, which are, you know, sort of working in recording studio, working at live sounds. We've got ex-students who kind of work at some of the big festivals. We also working in PA hire companies, actually giving the stuff out to all the various people, and also things like music therapy as well. We can do that, but also outside of that kind of music stuff, there's all the kind of any way that you see sound being used. So obviously there's sound for film, sound for computer games, even down to things like sound in sat navs. You know, someone's got to record it, someone's got to edit it all.
Yeah, that is really good. So, can you remember your first day at the college, like your very first day? You got the job, and how were you feeling? How did that come across?
Yeah, my first teaching day was very, very interesting. Back 20 years ago or so, when I first started, it was much more about getting people in from the industry who are really good, and then kind of train them to be teachers next. So I hadn't had much in the way of teacher training when I first stepped in, and it was literally, here is a classroom, these are your students, here is your timetable, go. So that first time was really scary, sort of walking into the room and sort of being confronted with 16 people waiting to learn, and actually having to think about what it is that I was going to teach them that day.
Cool, that must have been like really daunting. And I guess as the years have gone on, it's just become more like this, you know, with usually every episode that I'm doing, I'm kind of getting more used to and more kind of getting into the swing of things, really. So I guess every year we go, it just makes it easier and easier.
Yeah, I mean, every year I do it, obviously you build up different resources, you make different links, you've got things that you kind of build up, and you start to know the courses better, and it's sort of delivering it becomes a lot more smoother.
Okay, really good answer. So this is a really good question. What is your favourite thing about teaching music technology?
My favourite thing about it all is the fact I get to actually meet and work with the students. That bit into the classroom is always the best bit. It's always the cliche when people say about teaching, you know, what's the best bit? But it is actually being in the classroom. And also being challenged by the students, because a lot of the time,
music is there, it will always be there. Music will never fade away, it will never die. It just changes, it adapts to the situation of as the years progress. You know, you think about when music was on tapes, and then it will change to CDs. You know, we've had it on Vines as well, and Vines have made a huge comeback in public consciousness. You know, we've had, you know, we had records. We now have digital music where we get it from iTunes, Spotify. You know, now we get it on so many different formats, and that is just the music changing from each generation and adapting to the new circumstance. But music never dies, it never fades. I think that's absolutely amazing. And really, I think, you know, something for you guys to think about when the episode ends, and leave your comments down in the comment section below, or on Twitter using the hashtag DJ Bagpuss Show, capital D, capital B, capital S. Just about how music has made you feel. Give me an example of, not to be personal, but when has there been a time where you felt a little bit down, or you've had a party where the playlist has been off the scale. Just give me your music moments. And speaking of music moments, that kind of sets us nicely for the final discussion of the opening episode, which is all about my favourite music moments. The good, the bad, the ugly as well. So that is what we're going to do. Before all of that, it's the final discussion of today, which is going to be all about our favourite musical moments of my life in general. Just some of my moments of music which I loved, some which I didn't love so much, and some that I'm kind of glad that I've got them out of my brain and they're going to resurface today, so it's not going to be a pretty sight for that. If you've enjoyed the episode so far, please leave a like and subscribe and follow me on social. Call of Duty is, when was the first COD released? 2008, 1998, 2003 or 2000? Now I actually gave this away in part 3 of today's video. I know when it was released, the first Call of Duty was released in 2003. That's when Infinity Ward parted with Medal of Honor and the EA, and they went to make their own game, and that first Call of Duty came out in 2003. Okay, question 2. Which of the following names is not a Call of Duty character? So this is in relation to the campaign in Call of Duty. So you've got Corporal Henry Blackburn, Frank Woods, Yuri Nicotine, or Sergeant John Davis, or Ghost. Now, Ghost is a character. He's in the Modern Warfare series. Yuri is in Black Ops, as is Frank Woods. I'm not sure whether it's Corporal Henry Blackburn or Sergeant John Davis. I think there was a Henry Blackburn in the early years of Call of Duty. I don't remember a Sergeant John Davis. So I'm going to go with Sergeant John Davis. Question 2, that is going to be my answer, Sergeant John Davis. Okay, question 3. Call of Duty 3 was developed by Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer Games, or EA? Yeah, I know this one for a fact. I spoke about it in part 3. Call of Duty 3 was the first game to be developed by Treyarch. So I'm going to go for Treyarch on number 3. Question 4. Which COD takes place in the 60s? Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty 2, or World at War? Now, the 60s was all about the Cold War. It was all about, the Kennedy assassination and what he got up to. And because of zombies and 5 and the Cold War taking in my school uniform, which, you go into that shop, you go with your mum, you go into the shop, you try on your uniform, and I used to wear a blazer, white shirt, trousers, so I'd get the blazer and get my tie up, learn how to do a tie, get it all the way up, get all the buttons done so I look smart and pristine. That lasts probably about a year at best. You get to your 8, you just can't be asked to keep yourself presentable. But in that first year, you want to make a good impression. You don't want to be the person that stands out and sticks out like a sore thumb. You want to make your mark. You want to stamp your authority and ground onto the new school, and you want to look your absolute best to do this. We all have that. We go to get our brand new uniform, and you have the whole thing of, well, can we go to have McDonald's after it? You always try and persuade your mum that you can do something that you enjoy after getting your uniform, because it's not the most exciting thing getting a uniform, but you want to look your absolute best. You want to look absolutely pristine, and then it builds up and up and up, and you get to the point where it's the night before. You're rolling around in bed. You're having visions of what your new school is going to be like. You're nervous. You're excited. You can't believe the moment is nearly there. You're about to start your brand new school. It's the brand new term. You're at a brand new school. You're starting secondary school for the first time. It is a huge, huge moment. And I remember that morning I woke up, having breakfast, got on my uniform, made sure that I looked my absolute best. Although at the time, I had no idea what hair gel was or hairspray. I literally just combed over. You saw the pictures right at the start of the episode. I just combed over my hair and just thought, that's for the best. That was generally me. It was like I was oblivious to hair gel and hairspray, which obviously I am now. But back in the day, I didn't care. I couldn't even be asked. I didn't want to mess about with my hair. But I got my uniform on, got my shirt, got my black trousers, got my blazer on, got my tie, which I've been learning all summer to actually do a tie. And this was it. I got in the car, and my school was in driving distance. Was talk about the 3 different instances in my life that I had of bullying, and then finally give advice and help for victims of people who are being bullied and also who are bullying people.
because this is something that happened to me in my past. This is something that I had on multiple occasions. It's something that really was, darker days of school for me. I'm going to put it into context and kind of give the rounded picture so you have a complete overview of my school day. You know most of what happened in my school days. I said the journey last week, but now I'm kind of telling you the whole story, and kind of the stuff that I left out last week is going to be addressed in this video. I'm just going to be really honest and really open to talk about it, because I feel like that will be the best way to try and raise a bit of an awareness. Now, I want to stress very, very clearly before we even get into the video, I want to stress 100% that I'm not doing this video to try and get people to feel sorry for me, to get sympathy, to get people to sit there and go, oh, feel really, really bad. This happened to me a long, long time ago. This is in my past. This happened years and years ago, and I came out of it the other side. I'm now a very, very happy person. I've got a great group of friends. I've got a great family, and I'm loving the job that I'm doing at this particular moment. So this is in the past. I'm not doing it to try and get people to feel sorry for me, nor trying to do this for attention. I'm also not doing it just to try and get easy views, When you're doing YouTube, yes, the views are something that you can relate to if you know that people are watching it. The more views you get on some videos, people enjoyed that video more than others. So it is an important factor, but it isn't the sole purpose why I'm doing this video, to try and get more and more views. Kind of the biggest reason and the main reason why I'm doing this is because to inform and to help. Looking at my demographic, which I'll put a picture up. Which I will put a picture up on the screen. My demographic, as you can see, my audience is between the ages of 30.
This is DJ Bagpuss signing out.